Another good screen by him, and Ramos shoots the.
Uh-oh, Mike's not gonna like your backdrop over there. He's talking smack.
Hey, what's wrong with the Lakers?
He's from Golden State, but that's okay. We got your back. Art and I are Laker fans.
Wait.
Okay, guys, welcome again to the Locker Room Talk Show. And we have here from UC Santa Cruz, Mr. Patrick Ramos, who is currently now, correct me if I'm wrong, going to play for the NU Bulldogs back in the Philippines.
Correct.
Hello, Patrick. How are you today?
Welcome, Patrick.
Good. Thank you for
I
having
guess,
me. I appreciate it.
Hey, Patrick.
Yeah. So I think Art has the first question here. If you don't mind, Art,
Go ahead, Art.
firing the first question.
Fire away.
Well, actually, Patrick, we learned that you went to NU. I'm sure you've been playing for a long time, but how did you get recruited? So you're in college right now. Is it going to be your first year playing in NU this upcoming school year in the Philippines?
Yeah, this upcoming school year, yeah. So I got recruited by NU because I met this coach named Turo Valenzuela. He was a former FEU coach way back in the day, and he actually came here in the States to watch me play, and I did really well when he came, and he really liked the way I played. And then we were in contact with him. I was talking with him, and then he was like, "Do you want to play in the Philippines?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I really want to play there because I know it's a better opportunity for me." And I would basically tell him that I really want to play in the UAAP, and basically he helped me like get in contact with Sir Manny, and basically Sir Manny seen my highlight video, and he really liked the way I played, and that's how I got recruited.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard you also were either recruited or visited San Beda?
Yeah, so I've actually been in contact with San Beda since I was in high school because they had tryouts here in Hayward, California. That's where I'm from. And I was still in high school. I was like a sophomore in high school. And most of the guys that were at the tryout, they were like either seniors going into college or college. They were already collegiate athletes. And I did really well at the tryout. And, they liked the way I played. And they invited me to the second tryout in Vegas. But I was still young at the time, and I had AAU so during the same time. So I didn't go to the tryout. And eventually, like we were just staying in contact, and they eventually offered me this past summer. And they offered me to play there because I actually took a visit 2019 summer. I took a visit there, tried out with them, just got to know them better. And then they eventually offered me last summer. And I just chose NU.
Okay, because just to let you know that the three of us are alumni of San Beda.
I heard.
So who was your contact there? Who actually recruited you first or contacted you first from San Beda?
Coach Jude.
Okay.
Jude, yeah.
No, Coach.
No other. No
And
other.
you,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. And I think it was before you came in, but the former NU coach was also San Beda alumni and coach San Beda as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was his name? It's
Coach Harin?
Harin, yeah.
Yeah.
He also coached in Beda
Mike
before.
Karin, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that name a couple times.
Well, can you take us a little bit further back? Because I know you played. I've read somewhere that you played 4 years of varsity ball in high school. So, can you tell us a little bit about that? Maybe even before, because obviously you were playing varsity as a freshman. So I'm sure that's not the first time you touched the ball. So for you to be a varsity as a freshman, so can you just tell us a little bit about that story?
So basically, I was playing basketball my whole life. I would just play for my school. Do you guys know what CYO is?
Not really.
CYO?
tell us?
It's basically, 'cause I went to Catholic school.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a Catholic league, and I would only play for my school, and that's the only time I'd really play basketball. I would never play in the summer. And then when I got about 6th grade, I eventually played AAU. That was my first year AAU. So then that was the first summer I was actually practicing basketball and actually getting better. So by the time I was in 7th grade, I got way better. And so I did really good my CYO season, my 7th grade year. And I got lucky because one of the high school that I went to, one of their JV coaches were watching my game in the 7th grade playoffs, and I did really well. And then he invited me to Summer League to play with them. And so he said, yeah, just come to the gym. We got practice in the summer, and it's supposed to be for JV. But I get there, it's varsity practicing.
Wow.
So I was kind of, I got there and I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, I guess I'll play with them. And I played with them and I held my own. So that summer, my 7th grade summer, I was playing varsity summer league, and that's how I got in contact with my high school. And then that's how I built that relationship. And by the time I graduated 8th grade, it was kind of certain that I was going to Mount Eden because I already built the relationship there and the coaches really liked me. And so by the time I was a freshman, I was a freshman on varsity.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
Is
good.
that also a Catholic school? Mount
No,
Eden?
I went to Mount Eden was a public school. It's right by my house. Yeah.
Okay. And then you said that you thought it was a JV and it was a varsity. So that was a big surprise. I can imagine. So did you play point guard? Is that the position you played?
Yeah.
Or,
actually, growing up until around 7th grade, I was center. I was playing center.
Oh wow, center.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was pretty tall when I was young, and then my growth started slowing down.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. And then my freshman year of high school, I was like a small forward for my high school team.
Okay.
But then that summer going into my sophomore year, that's when they decided, yeah, it's time for you to move to point guard. And all my other teams, like my outside teams, I was playing point guard as well.
Well, that's a big transition because I grew up playing center forward, kind of like I actually prefer to play forward and shooting guard, but because of my height, they always put me at center. So it's kind of a hard transition. So, but you actually, it sounds like you didn't really have too much problems with that transition.
Yeah, I didn't really have maybe my sophomore year of high school. That's when I was playing point guard. There was a slight adjustment, because all the decision making is in your hands. Mm-hmm. So of course there's going to be a couple bumps on the road. Early on, like I noticed that I was kind of turning the ball over too much, more than I wanted to, and that's what changed going into my junior and senior year and so forth. That was probably the biggest adjustment, just taking care of the ball, because the ball is always in your hand pretty much.
I see.
Since you already said yes to NU, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. So last year was a pandemic year, and I'm sure they will count that as a resident. Have you've been attending their classes, right? Or
yep.
This 20? Oh, you've been okay. So remotely, you've been attending the classes. So I guess if the UAAP season will start this year, you would play 2021 immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this is my residency year, so it kind of worked out a little bit.
Okay. So what year would you be going into when you play? Because I know you already played at Santa Cruz, right?
Yeah, so I played 3 years at Santa Cruz, so now I have 2 years left to play. So my fourth year. Yeah.
Okay.
When does UAP start? It starts in June. I mean the school year.
The school year
in the Philippines.
Like around September-ish,
Oh,
August.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not completely
they
sure.
must have changed it.
Well, what is it?
Because it used to be when it was a long time ago, but it used to be like started at June in June.
Yeah,
June?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't really know. 'Cause I joined NU around, I want to say November, and right when I joined November, that's when I started class. So I don't really know
This is back in 2019. No,
no, 2020.
2020.
Okay, so this past November.
Yeah.
So so you've been practicing with the team already and everything?
Yeah, just over Zoom workouts. The only thing we can do.
Yeah.
So, okay, I gotcha. So now, so you talked about your transition from, middle school or junior high to high school. How about how did you select or got into UCSC?
Basically, my junior year of high school, the UC Santa Cruz coach emailed my coach because they seen that we got a winning record, and they invited 3 players from my team to one of their camps, their elite camps, and I went to the camp and I did really well, and then they had another camp during my senior year, and I went again, and basically they started recruiting me pretty hard, and there weren't many colleges recruiting me at that time, and my parents are very heavy on education, and UC Santa Cruz is pretty well known for the education, so it was an easy choice for me. I took a visit. I really enjoyed it. The coach told me the plan, or kind of how he saw me fitting in the team, and that's how I got to.
So at that point, you're already playing point guard.
Yeah, I'm already playing point guard. Except my senior year of high school, we had a transfer come in. He was really good, but he was shorter than me, so I had to move back to small forward my senior year.
Oh wow! So not shooting guard, but small forward.
Yeah, it was a tough situation, but it was better for the team.
Okay. Well, I think it helped that you used to play forward and center, so I'm sure that helped.
Yeah, just to be more versatile.
Okay. So can you tell me? So before we got on, we were talking about Lakers, Golden State. So I want to know, because the old school point guards look to dish first, and I guess kind of like more now the point guards score. So what kind of point guard are you? Are you like more you look to dish, or do you look to score first, or are you a combination?
I'm a team player. Whatever the team needs. If you have, if I have teammates,
good answer.
Yeah. If I have teammates that can score, I'm a help utilize their strengths to help our team win. Whatever it takes to win. But if I see that scoring is the best option, I'm gonna score.
Yeah, you're a scorer too, right?
Yeah, I can score.
Yeah.
I do like passing.
I know it's kind of hard to communicate to you the expectations right now because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because since you've been meeting your teammates through Zoom, only through Zoom. So has any of the coaches from NU told you anything about Philippine basketball, how it's being played? Have you seen any videos of your team?
Yeah.
Or any games in the Philippines?
Yeah. So basically, the idea of Philippine basketball was kind of already in my head my sophomore year of college. So I'll go on YouTube, watch the ABC, CBN highlights of the games, and I just have like a feel for how they play. They play really quick, super hard. They like to press, very physical, and I just got that idea of it. And then, like being more connected around basketball, I got to meet some people who played in the Philippines, and I try to pick their brains and ask them like, how is the game in the Philippines? But I haven't really got a chance to speak to my coaches specifically, where they tell me how it is. But I have a general idea, but it's obviously going to be different in person.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're doing your homework though.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
So when you were so obviously we talked about you also being recruited by San Beda, and you mentioned you wanted to play in the UAAP. So did that have a factor in your decision, because San Beda is in the NCAA as opposed to the UAAP?
Yeah, it was a very difficult decision for me because obviously San Beda's they're usually always champions. They always win. But like for me, it's like I always wanted to play in the UAAP. So yeah, it was a tough decision, but ultimately I picked NU.
Okay.
Well, good luck. Good luck in
Appreciate
the
it.
good luck in the NU, and you know, I mean, I'm sure they have a good program there too. But just in case, you know, if you're always welcome.
Wait, how many years you have? You said 2, right? 2
Yeah,
2
2 years. Yeah.
So are you interested in also trying later on, maybe perhaps either in the PBA or maybe they have some other commercial leagues in the Philippines?
Yeah, that's the goal. I really want to play in the PBA.
Okay,
So
very good.
just practicing for that.
All right.
So that's actually probably a 5-year plan of yours after playing collegiate in the motherland, and then hopefully you'll be picked up in the PBA.
Yeah.
Any plans of, like, if ever, going like the D League here, or any recruitment pitches for you prospects for you in the United States?
No, I never got the chance to really talk to D League teams, but one of my UC Santa Cruz teammates, he was actually really good, and he was invited as a practice player for the Santa Cruz Warriors D League team. And he was actually practicing when Steph Curry was first coming back from injury, so he got to practice with Steph Curry.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. If that chance ever arrives, I'll take it if it's there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, Art was alluding to earlier that you're a scorer. So I read this article. So I don't know if that was your highest score, or maybe you surpassed it. But it said you had like 28 points at that time. That was like your career high.
Yeah, that was my career high at Santa Cruz.
Okay.
I had 28 points twice.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm more of a pass first point guard usually, depending on who's on my team.
So obviously that game you needed to score.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a lot. That's a lot of points. 28 points, almost 30 for college. You don't have that much time. You don't have that much time to the college game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you.
How did your love for the game grow? Like when you were a kid, are there any of your parents played basketball?
Yeah, my dad, he played basketball, but just for fun. But I guess my love came from just when I was very young. My dad had a little small court in the backyard, and I would just dunk on it as a little kid. And then I would turn on the TV, Kobe Bryant would be playing, and I was just in awe just watching him. And then I played basketball at my school. And then once I played AU that first year, my 6th grade year, I got really better, and I noticed that, I like this game because I'm actually good at it now. So that's when the love really started picking up, and then I just go to gym every day after school, start playing every day. So it's over time.
Okay.
That's
So
the
now-
reason for the Lakers background there. You're from UC Santa. I was wondering, you're from UC Santa Cruz, and all of a sudden you have a Lakers banner behind you.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
How can you
fan.
not be a Kobe fan? Yeah.
So how is it? So you said you went there in November to the Philippines?
No, I went there summer 2019. So
okay.
July 2019.
July 2019. Okay, so
Yeah.
how was the transition coming from the U.S.? So do you speak Tagalog now?
No, but I want to
Already?
learn. But my
Okay.
parents speak to me in Tagalog. When I was
Okay.
growing up, I would watch TFC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can't speak it.
Okay. Okay. How's the transition, like lifestyle?
When I went there in 2019, it was definitely a eye-opening. And in terms of basketball, I was there on vacation, really, and I tried out for a couple, not try out, I worked out with a couple, like I worked out with San Beda, worked out with Ateneo, LaSalle, but kind of like out of shape because I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it wasn't like my best performance, but I did okay.
Okay. Did you any I guess similarities or differences from playing in the US? Just that little workout that you did? Did you notice anything?
They were bigger than I thought they were going to be. So, like, I guess the size is very similar.
Okay.
Like, just college basketball in general, it's bigger guys.
How tall was your center in Santa Cruz?
Our center, he was like 6'7".
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think there's
same.
quite a few 6'7" now in the Philippines. Not in the old days, but nowadays I think.
Yeah. Especially with the foreign players. Taller
Yeah.
than 6'7".
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you at all surprised by the level of popularity of basketball in the Philippines?
Yeah, I was surprised, especially like when I see the crowd at the games, how loud it is. They have like all the people playing the instruments, the drums. Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't know it was gonna be that packed because not even like our games.
Wait until game day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How big? Yeah, the crowd can be.
That's why I really wanted to play there, just to experience everything.
They even have a parade, and you have a muse and all that.
Oh, the parade?
Yeah, on the opening day, the opening games. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's parades of the teams.
Did you guys all play in college?
No.
Noel did.
I played in
Noel
high
did.
school. Yeah, I played. I don't know. You're probably too young, but your dad probably knows. I played with Benji Paras in high school, and he eventually.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you've kind of heard of him, or even his son, Kobe
Yeah,
Paras.
I met Benji.
Oh, you met Benji. Oh, okay. And when you went to San Beda.
Jude. Yeah, him and
Okay.
Jude, they came to the tryout over here.
Oh, okay.
That's how I first met them, yeah.
Yeah, so Benji was my teammate in high school.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just mention Noel's name and probably duck and cover.
just don't mention a hook shot. Don't ever say that.
Why? Is that your go-to shot?
Yeah. And I shot it over him. So that's how I made the team. So
Oh, okay.
so don't say that though. Don't say that.
Okay.
That's funny.
Okay. Yeah. So
But you know,
section-
and speaking of that, Mike is actually really well connected with the San Beda team because he's not only is he an alumni, but he was I'll let Mike elaborate. But is it a sportscaster or journalist, Mike?
which one? Sorry,
When
I
you
lost
were
it
in
there.
the Philippines?
you lost me there, huh?
So I was telling him that in the Philippines you're a sportscaster. Is that the right?
Yeah, you could call
term?
me a basketball journalist. You can
Okay.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a junkie. He's a gym rat. So he's always at the gym.
But
I
I
like
used to cover a lot of the UAAP games. So since I'm here now, yeah.
Mhm.
But if I was there, I would cover a lot of the UAAP games.
Yeah, he would be covering your games.
Yeah. So this talk show is made possible by Top Digital Studio, digital marketing agency. Just go to Top Digital Studio to learn more about how video creatives are done right. You can catch these episodes of the show every Friday at 4 p.m. at mybalits.com. So did the NU people tell you when you intend to go back to the motherland for just to jumpstart your college career there?
No, because of the whole pandemic, especially the second wave.
Oh, okay.
It's really
Okay.
bad.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they're still trying to find out when I could go there and when season's gonna start.
I see.
Yeah, I heard it's still
Hopefully
pretty
by
bad right
September.
now.
Yeah. Hopefully by the end of this year,
Mhm.
because we already
Yeah.
missed out the whole last year, and
Yeah.
college
Mhm.
basketball is already
Yeah.
starting over here too. They already have everything here.
Yeah, and I know they're starting to get vaccinated there already. So I think that should help
help.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're they just restarted the PBA, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're yeah, exactly. I think they're gonna start it. They're starting practice already, and I know like the is that the Philippine teams? They're practicing like in another country. I forget where. Yeah, like the national team.
Yeah, I thought they worked out at Inspire.
In the province. I think they're also in the province.
Yeah, like Laguna, somewhere in Laguna.
Yeah.
That's kind of all the Ateneo players. They get to practice. They have gym access.
Yeah.
Most of the players are.
Yeah.
So was 2019 the first time you went to the Philippines, or have you been there before?
I've been there only when I was young. When I was 4 years old, and my first birthday was in the Philippines too.
Oh, you're very like when you were 1?
Yeah.
Were you born there?
McDonald's. No, I wasn't born in the Philippines.
Okay.
McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, either
McDonald's,
either McDonald's or Jollibee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jollibee is like the number one there. So, but so you were saying your parents talk to you in Tagalog at home, so that means you understand Tagalog. It's just that you don't speak.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have a good easy transition because you have a similar situation. I actually went there for 2 years. I'm actually from Hawaii, and I went there for 2 years. So similar in your situation, I knew Tagalog in a sense that my parents talked to me. I just didn't speak it. But then once you start speaking it, and I think you'll have a an easy transition because
I'm about to buy a book right now of how to speak Tagalog.
Watch a lot of videos.
Yeah,
watch a lot of game videos if ever you get the chance.
Yeah, I've been watching on YouTube, especially my team.
Well, I know
2019 season.
Yeah, try to watch the competition like Ateneo and LaSalle. They're probably two of your biggest opponents, most likely.
Yeah, they're probably the better ones, right? And UP too. We know a lot of people from UP because we have some San Beda connection. They're the former San Beda players that played in San Beda and the PBA. Their sons, for whatever reason, are going to UP.
Are you mad about that? You're staying in San Beda, huh?
Like Kobe Paras, right? He's the son of Benji.
Oh yeah.
He's at UP and
then De Hoya.
Yeah, De Hoya, Daniel De Hoya, Maki De Hoya. So we know a lot of the UP. So the UAAP has imports, and I think this is the first year NCAA is not going to have any imports. Do you know who? Maybe imports not the right word, but do you know who the foreign players are in NU?
Yeah, it's our center Isagaye,
and
we have another one named Omar.
Okay, how tall are they?
I don't know the specific height, but I'm assuming probably 6'8".
Yeah,
9.
okay.
At least,
yeah. I would guess the same thing because they're not going to bring in a point guard from.
Yeah.
Because there's already a lot of
a lot of guards,
right? Yeah.
Well, how tall are you, Patrick?
6 feet flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
So, Patrick, thanks for joining us. In behalf of
Thank you for having
Noel,
me.
Art, and myself, Top Digital Studio, we would like to thank you for your time. And hopefully in the future, maybe down the road, we could engage in another talk like this. So
definitely,
just to keep
when you're actually playing, and then we can talk about the games and all that.
We can talk about more about your experiences there.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay. Well, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Appreciate it.
All right, Patrick.
All right.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.